Okay. So let us we're going to continue with what we did yesterday, and we were working on this machine on TryHackMe, known as Anthem. So I'm just going to continue with that. So I'm already connected to the network, and I have deployed the machine. Yeah, this is a different one. Okay, so it didn't reply it for some reason last time. So we had finished with Mr. Robot, and we started working on this Anthem yesterday. So I'm just going to let it have a couple minutes to properly get deployed. Okay. So I'm just giving it one more minute and then I'll start. Metasploitable in try hacking? No, at least not from what I've seen. You can check. Yeah, you have to download it. I don't think they ever added it here. No, it's not there. Link for Metasploitable, right? Um, Okay, so I'm going to take the IP now, and now we'll start. Uh, Actually, not start. We've actually scanned this already. So we have two open ports, port 80 and 3389. Now port 80 is a web server and 3389 is for RDP or remote desktop protocol. So by using RDP, what you can do is you can access a system remotely, just like you have with SSH. But with RDP, the thing is not, first of all, it's developed by Microsoft, so it's mostly just found on Windows systems. And the other thing is it gives you graphical user access rather than shell access, unlike what you get in SSH. I mean, SSH is no, simply secure shell. All right, so what we're going to do is yesterday we've already seen some things about this. Okay, so we basically went to the website and we saw what was there. And what we are going to do today is we're going to work, move forward. So there is a website at the and on this machine. There is a website. If you do a quick nmap scan, it will tell you that there are two open ports and one of them is port 80. So now on try hack me, this is sort of a guided room. So there are some questions that we saw and we answered these questions. Okay, so the point we reached is we found the name of the administrator and we found the email address of the administrator. So, so like I said, there are two open ports here. So we have this website anthem.com and it's basically a blog. We've also seen that there is a robots.txt file here and it contains 4 entries out of which there are 3 directories bin, config and umbraco client which are not useful. They just bring you back to the website. And there was this one umbraco and this would bring you to a login page. Umbraco is basically the CMS that is being used here. Like previously we've seen that websites use WordPress CMS. So in this case, the CMS that is being used is called Umbraco. And this is a website, it's a kind of a blog. There are 2 articles here. Now, we found the username or we found the email for the administrator account. So that was sg@anthem.com. And within this robots.txt file, there was a possible password that we had seen. So I can try and use this to log in. So this combination allows us to log into the panel for the website, to the CMS. And if I come to the users section, I can see that I'm logged in currently as this Solomon Grandi user who is an administrator. So that means I have complete control over the website. So what should my next step be? I'm saying that we now have logged in to the website, to the CMS, so we can control the website now. So what should my next step be in this case? Now we got password. Now I showed you the robots.txt file. The password is written there. This file, this is the password. So now that we've logged in, first I can try to get some information about the version of the CMS that's running. So I see Umbraco version 7.15.4. So what I can do is I can go to exploit DB and I can try to look for an exploit for this particular version of Umbraco. If I find something, then maybe I can use it to do something here. Umbraco 7.15 is what I'm going to search. But there is nothing for 7.15. The only thing is for 7.12.4. But since that is an older version and any vulnerability that is discovered in an older version is always fixed in newer versions of the system. So it's not the correct version. So the exploit is not for the version that we have. So no point in looking at it. I'll just close this. So I'll have to look for some other way to access the system now. So we have a username and we have an email and we use that as a username and we have a password. So what we can also do is I mentioned that there are two open ports and one of them is RDP. Okay, 3389 is for RDP. So I can try to log in through RDP or remote desktop protocol here. And there is one more thing. On the website itself, there are 4 flags hidden. Okay, so it says our beloved admin left some flags behind that we require to gather before we proceed to the next step. So on the website, okay, not in this panel, in the actual website, there are 4 flags that are hidden. And try to find them. Okay, do a little homework here. Try to find these flags. There are 4 of them within the website. So we haven't done this yesterday. Okay, we haven't covered this yesterday. I'm just saying that there are 4 flags hidden on the website within the website, and you need to find them. They are not going to help you in hacking it or any around performing any kind of exploit. It's just they've kept them there to add something extra to your CTF. So try to find them, see what you can do. And another thing is now I know that RDP is open. I have some credentials. I know that these credentials work. So what I'm going to do is I'm going to try and log in using RDP. So there are a couple of ways to do this. Okay, if I go to a menu, there is an application called Remina in Linux, which will allow me to connect via RDP. But I prefer doing it through the command line. So I'm going to use a tool known as X-Free RDP. So for X-Free RDP, look at the examples. What are the main things we need? The username, the password, and the IP to connect to. And we have all of these things. So I'm going to use that X-Free RDP. Username, we found that it was sg@anthem.com /p is for the password. Now the password is, okay, let me just add the IP first. Okay, no, I have the password copied here. Okay, I'll just add the password. Umbraco is the best. Now I'm not sure this is going to work, but since it worked on the website, so that's why I'm trying it here. And we are the host or the IP. So this is it. Copy. I'll paste it here and I'll try to connect. I'll press enter. So it says, do you trust the certificate? Yes, but it did not log in. It's saying there is a logon failure. That means there is something that we have entered incorrectly. Now this is actually what we're doing is username we are using as sg@anthem.com, but that is an email ID. So instead of sg@anthem.com, what I can do is I can try simply sg and then I can try it. Okay, what's it saying now? Oh, sg@. Okay, simply sg. Now okay, so we are able to log in now and see this window has opened up. And the account that is being used is sg, as you can see. Okay, so now that we are logged in, so we are logged in as sg, but right now I don't know whether I have admin privileges here or not. I mean, SG was the name of the administrator for the website, but at this point, we don't know whether that is true for the for the system as well. We don't know whether that's the case or not. So what we are going to do is we are going to look for what we can whether we can access the administrator files. But first, of course, we have the user flag right on the desktop. So user.txt. So this is your user flag for this machine. Now we need to find the root flag. So, okay, just like we do on Linux, we are going to check the user files now. Okay. So we have just one drive, local disk C. We're going to go into this users. Now there are three user accounts here. One is administrator for the admin user. Then we have SG, the account which we are currently logged in as, and the other is public. So let us try to access the administrative files directly. Click continue to permanently get access. Let's do this. It's asking for a password. I don't have that, so I just no. That means you don't have any admin privileges here. Just regular user. So we'll have to look for something else. Now in the public folder, it's usually empty. Music, pictures, videos, these are also going to be empty. And finally, we have the SG folder. Let's see what we can find. So desktop, we've already seen. This is the content for the desktop. Documents, there's not likely to be anything there. It's a good place to look, but there's nothing here. Downloads is also a good place to look at. Empty. Favorites, links, these are usually always empty. Music, can check here, there's nothing. Pictures, also empty. Okay. So we haven't found anything in the files.
Hello, sir.
Yes.
Hello.
Yeah.
Sir, I'm getting screen too late.
Everything is too late. Again,
Screen
that's
sharing, I'm getting it's too late. Yeah. I don't know,
because
but the voice is not proper. Screen is getting too late. After some time, after saying something, after some time only I am getting that video.
that's like you mentioned, there's some network issue. That's
Yeah.
the reason. Try and do something about the network value. Otherwise, this is going to be like a persistent issue.
Yeah, I have to change the network connection.
Try and do something about it because I know otherwise
Okay.
you're going to
I'll do
face
it.
this issue every session.
Okay, sir. Did we get anything from that administration account?
For the administrator
Or I
part,
didn't.
uh, we are not able to access it.
Okay.
The thing is, when I
Only
try to
SG and
access,
public we got access.
we only have access to SG and public. Yes, we don't have access to the administrator folder because we are not logged in as an administrator. So we'll have to find some way. We'll have to find something on the system. Now, if I come back here and in the final stage that talks about getting the flag, it says, can we spot the
Okay.
admin password? So that means the admin password is stored somewhere on the system and we need to find it. Now we have looked for files and stuff, but what is one thing that we haven't taken into consideration here?
.NET version.
No, those are just system files. You won't find anything there. We haven't taken into consideration that there may be hidden files on the system.
Yeah. Okay. Okay.
We haven't seen any hidden folders of files. So I'm going to enable that. I'm going to enable hidden folders. So I'll just go to view, and from this view section, I'll come to hidden items. I'll check this box. So now you can see there was this default folder that is now showing up. I'll just go to the C drive. Uh, do you see any new folders here that were not visible or that are hidden? And you can see them now.
Back, backup
Pardon?
and program data. Backup and program data.
Backup and yes, 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 yes. So program data again, it's a system folder. So you're not likely to
Yeah.
find anything there, but
So it may be
we can,
backup.
yeah, we can see here what we find. So there is this file called restore. Let's try opening it. It's a text document, so it contains some text. Let's see. It says you do not have permission to open this file. See the owner of the file or an administrator to obtain permission. So let me just check the permissions first. You have to go to properties, come to the security tab. Now, as of right now, it says that no groups or users have permission to access this object. However, the owner of this object can assign permission. So currently, there are no users who can access the file. To change permissions, click edit. So I'm just going to do that. I'm going to click edit and I'm going to add my currently logged in user and give him permissions to access the file. So it says the object type is a user, group, or built-in principal. So okay, we have our user. And I'm going to add my username here, SG. Click on check name, and I'm going to click on OK. So the
So can you
SG,
wait some time?
pardon?
I didn't get the screen. Can you wait
Yeah,
some
okay.
time?
Yeah,
I'm just getting that screen only.
okay.
Okay. Okay.
Okay.
Now we can start. Okay.
So what uh, I was saying is we have this here, SG group is selected, and by default it gives us read and execute and read permissions. You can modify what permissions you want. You can give yourself full control over this, and you can click on apply and OK. So I have given myself as in that SG account complete permissions over this file. So that means I can do anything I want with it. I can access it, I can change it, whatever. So I'll click on OK. Now I'll try to open the file and you can see we are now able to access it. And there is just one line of text written here. So this looks like it could be a password. and it's probably the administrator password. So let us try that. So I'm going to use this, and I'll go back to the administrator folder, and I'll now try to use this password to access the administrator files. Okay, so let's go back into users again, into administrator. It says you don't have permission to access.
So just wait, just wait,
Yeah.
just wait,
Okay.
wait. Screen loading. I'm getting all this screen. Okay, okay.
Okay. So now it's asking me for a password. So
Yeah.
the password that we saw, I'm going to just enter that here. So this was the password that we had seen, and that
Yeah.
is, so I'll try using it. Let's see what it says. Okay, so now we are able to access the administrator folder. So that was the correct password that we used. We are able to access this folder now, and I can see the files here. So now when it came to the user flag, I found that on the user's desktop. So for the administrator flag as well, I'm going to look on the administrator's desktop. So I'm going to go here, and there is this file, root, and it's a text file. So I'm going to open it. So this is your root flag for the system.
Just hold, sir.
Yeah. So after the root flag,
Just
there's
hold.
nothing else to. Yeah, there's nothing else to do here anyway. So I'm just going to keep this screen
Yeah.
for a couple of minutes. This is your,
Okay, okay.
like I said, this is your root password. Sorry, not root password, root flag.
Flag. Okay, okay.
So now we have the root flag. So we are done with this machine as well, this CTF.
So I have learned.
Yeah,
Hello.
yeah.
Actually, when we are in offline class in Kannur,
Hmm.
the lecturer has said there's a 8 test for penetration testing, a
There is.
universal 8 test. There is an 8 test for penetration testing,
Hmm.
universal 8 tests that have done for the penetration test. And he shows some website showing that, but now I'm not getting that. Did you know that?
8 tests is what you're saying.
Yeah, common 8 test that penetration testers do.
8 common tests. There's no actual. I don't think there's any such thing. That's compulsory or there's eight. You know what? Like what did those tests talk about? What kind of tests were they?
No, I can't remember that. That's why I ask. I will let ask him and I will let you know on the next session.
So you are going for the offline as well.
No, Actually, that sir told me on when we were on the offline.
Okay.
When we were on the offline, he just remind us.
Okay. There's no such fixed concept. Maybe he was trying to explain some particular thing, so he used that as a reference. I'm not sure, but
Okay, okay.
there's no such universal concept that there are some particular things that we need to see. Yeah, of course, there are other things, like what we are currently doing. This is network penetration testing. You also have web application penetration testing. You also have mobile application penetration testing or mobile penetration testing. So there is a difference there, that these are different kinds of penetration testing.
No, not like this. Not like this. Let's show some testing, some 8 different tests. Not like this mobile platform testing. Not like that.
Okay,
Something else.
this will have to ask him what he was talking about.
Yeah. If I get it, I will let you know.
Yeah, sure. Okay, so this is your flag. We're done with this machine. If you want, you can
Yeah.
also try and go to this website for Anthem and look for the flags that are hidden there. They're not going to help you with, like I said, exploiting the system or solving the CTF at all. They've added those to add some more content to the CTF itself. So if you want, you can also try and find those.
CTF.
Yeah, these are all CTFs, right? Capture the flags.
Yeah. Yeah, capture the facts. Yeah.
So Anthem, that's, you could say, it's another CTF that we've done. And of course, on Try Hack Me, you get points for submitting every answer. So you can then, it's a whole points and level up system. So that's up to you if you want to find the flags. So try to do that. Okay, try to find them. You'll get a
Yeah. I'll,
little, if you're able to find them, you get a little more idea of how data is hidden within websites, how data could be hidden. Of course, it's not hidden in every case. If not, I'll just go over it briefly tomorrow. I'll show you where the flags are.
oh,
Okay,
okay, okay. I'll try. I'll try that.
try that definitely. I think you should definitely try
Yeah.
it out yourself once. And then if you're unable to find, then just tell me. I'll tell you where the flags
Okay.
are. Okay, so after this, we're going to work on a machine called Retro, but we'll start it tomorrow. Okay, because we'll begin with it in the next session. And as for yesterday's session,